You shall not murder. Lo tirzach. Don't murder.
In the book of John, it talks about that Jesus came so that all may have life and have it abundantly. The flourishing of people, the flourishing of our communities is at the very essence of our Christian scripture. If we prohibit people from reproductive health care, we are in direct confrontation with our own Christian scripture. So to be a follower of Christ and to be a follower of this Christian scripture means I must make sure that all healthcare and reproductive access is available to my neighbors.
The issue of abortion is not really in scripture unless you pull out a passage from Numbers where a priest actually appears to prescribe an abortion in a case where there might have been marital infidelity. You know, Jesus never talks about abortion. But there's a lot in the Bible about how every human is created in the image of God. And in the Bible, it talks about personhood beginning with the first breath. I mean, that's how God creates. We don't have humans until we're endowed with breath. So I think that, first of all, that's key. You can't read the Bible and find anything that's against abortion. So it's an argument from absent thoughts in scripture. And as Christians, we say, you know, what would Jesus do? I think he would empower women to make their own decisions based on their moral conscience and the spirit that lives within their own breast.
As a Southern Baptist that grew up reading the Bible, maybe a backslidden Baptist, but I still know the Bible, Jesus never once talked about abortion. Never once. And it was happening back in ancient times. It was happening during his time. Never once mentioned it. And for people perverting the gospel of Jesus Christ down to one issue, it's heresy.
If there was ever a time to talk about this commandment, it is right now. In our society right now, because of what we are seeing happening to our society, where society as a whole is moving forth and propagating and justifying the murder of unborn children. Now we call it healthcare. Now we are calling it dignity. Now we're calling it, well, it's a women's right, or it's family planning. The worst part of this is the following. You know, I can understand when I peer out and I look at a society without Jesus, these people are lost. They're broken, they're hurt, they're deceived, they don't know better. I can have compassion, I can be long-suffering in that context, but when this comes into the church, when you have Christian pastors, preachers, teachers, authors champion the cause to kill the unborn, we have a problem. I'm going to be very focused on our message. We're going to talk about thou shalt not murder explicitly in the context of abortion, and even more so in the context of the Christian arena. This is where we're going to spend our time. And to kick things off, I want to lay a foundation. And I actually want to go and see what the Bible has to say, because apparently, according to this video, if I didn't know better, if I wasn't strong in the word, I didn't know better, what I got out of that is the Bible has nothing to say about abortion. Quit making a big deal out of it. It's okay. Well, let's go to the word and find out what the word says. We're going to go to the Torah, Exodus 21, verse 22. If men fight and hurt a woman with child, so that she gives birth prematurely, yet no harm follows, he shall surely be punished according to as the woman's husband imposes on him, and he shall pay as the judges determine. But if any harm follows, then you shall give life for life. Why are you to give life for life? Because he has committed murder. He has killed this unborn child. And therefore, it's a capital offense in Torah. He is to be put to death. Quite literally, you cannot say the Bible doesn't deal with this issue. It specifically deals with the issue of the unborn, of abortion. Well, what I'm going to submit to you for a historical fact, this issue has never been debated until recently. Christians were never confused. Even all the different sects of Christianity that even erupted in the 2nd century, nobody was unclear about the fact of if you kill a child in the womb, it is murder. And so what I want to do is I'm going to take you back in history, and I want to show you all the different extra canonical books, or what we would say outside of the canon of Scripture, and how early Christians, when they went to the Word, they went to the Torah and the prophets, how did they digest what they were reading? Enoch, chapter 69, verse 12. And the 5th, meaning the 5th fallen angel, we're talking about fallen angels. The 5th fallen angel was named Casdeja, or Casdea. This is he who showed the children of men all the wicked smitings of spirits and demons, and the smitings of the embryo in the womb, that it may pass away. Now, to give you a little backdrop, the one thing that Enoch does is it mentions all these fallen angels that had left their heavenly abode to join themselves to here on earth. And here's what we know. The specific thing that is outlined in the book of Enoch is that these fallen angels started to give humanity revelation and knowledge they were never meant to have. And then here you see that part of what they had revealed was the depths and depravity of the devil himself. It puts abortion specifically in the context of being a demonic act. Let me take this. We're going to move forward into the late 1st century, early 2nd century. The Epistle of Barnabas, an early Christian document. This is what we read. You shall love your neighbor more than your own soul. You shall not murder a child by abortion, nor again kill it after birth. You shall not remove your hand from your son or from your daughter, but shall teach them the fear of God from their youth. Isn't that interesting? It specifically deals with the child in the womb, and it specifically deals with the child out of the womb. Why? Because this was an issue thousands of years ago. Let me take you to Josephus, a 1st century Jewish Roman historian. Josephus was an expert in the law. He's a Pharisee. And this is what he says. The law, meaning he's referring to the Torah, the Bible, moreover, enjoins us to bring up all our offspring and forbids women to cause an abortion of what is begotten or to destroy it afterwards. It says the exact same thing that the Epistle of Barnabas says. Isn't that fascinating? So here we have early Christians, we have Orthodox Jews reading the same Torah, reading the same Bible, whether it's in Hebrew or in Greek, and yet they're walking away with their understanding of the 6th commandment, thou shalt not murder, with a perfect understanding. That means in the womb and out of the womb. I want to take you to the book of Jeremiah because I want to show you what this means. What is everything that we're going through? All this stuff that we're seeing in society, specifically within the church, what does this mean for us? I'm going to show you what it means. Jeremiah 32, verse 33. We read this. And they have turned to me the back and not the face. Though I taught them, rising up early and teaching them, yet they have not listened to receive instruction. But they set their abominations in the house which is called by my name to defile it. And they built the high places of Baal, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire to Molech, which I did not command them, nor did it come into my mind that they should do this abomination, to cause Judah to sin. And so here we see this generation of God's people. They're confessing Yahweh, they're going up to his temple, and yet, down in the valley, they've erected all these high places to go and to sacrifice their children to Molech. I'm going to tell you right now, arguably the greatest expression of devil worship is child sacrifice. And it's not Daniel's opinion alone. This is from devil worshipers. This is how they view this. Look at this headline. Satanic temple raffles free abortion. Says killing unborn babies is ultimate offering to Satan. The number one way, this is from devil worshipers, from Satanists. They see the reality, they understand that the greatest thing we can do to pay homage to Satan is to give an abortion.
Hey there, this is Mike at Corner Fringe Ministries, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch our video. We hope that it blessed you and it encouraged you. And if it did, please hit the thumbs up on the video and share it with your friends and family. It's also, if you haven't already considered, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, if you'd like to watch the entire video, click on this link. And if you'd like to watch the entire series and learn more about what we do and believe here at Corner Fringe Ministries, click on this link. Once again, I'd like to thank you for watching the video, and we hope to see you again soon. Shalom.